back. I totally did this entire video, had a cuter top on. Right now I'm in my just relaxed clothes because I'm like, you know what? So I recorded the entire thing and then accidentally deleted it to create more storage so that I could edit it in iMovie, and then entirely deleted it, even in my recently deleted. So it is gone forever. So here we are. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Tuesday. I don't even know if I said that, but happy Tuesday. We're just gonna keep it real because I'm tired. Okay. So hope you guys are doing, being healthy. And speaking of COVID-19, if you've been following me a while, you know that I thrive on structure and schedules and check boxes, and that's why, I complained a little bit about it being harder for me to stay inside because of that. So around the first week of April, I may have mentioned back then on Transparency Tuesday on Instagram that I made a schedule, or I was making a schedule, but it was pretty rigid. And honestly, it wasn't logical because I don't feel the same way every day. I don't have the same workload every day. I mean, it changes. It really varies. And I just don't think it was really realistic for this time. And I didn't really take into account, and I do this often, that I'm not a robot and I'm a human being who's pretty complex and has her days. And this is a beautiful time to pay attention to that. So I came to the conclusion that it was probably better for me to have a rhythm over routine, because the past 2 weeks, because I realized that schedule wasn't exactly practical for me, I kind of fell off. And so I kind of fell into the abyss of, this isn't working, so I'm just going to do whatever. So I wasn't super productive. I mean, kind of, because I'm naturally, ambitious. So I'm going to work out. I'm going to make a plan to do something. But personally, I kind of felt like I was just kind of numbing out a little bit, which is what I do when I feel like there's nothing worth doing. Just being honest. And it's really hard for me to not be able to plan, to not be able to go anywhere and see my friends. So I kind of fell into this scrolling, numbing, staying up all types of hours place, which wasn't super healthy. And I kind of just prayed about some things and really evaluated my values and my life and who I am, and decided that I would look at what things actually worked for me and make it into a rhythm for myself. So one thing that really works for me is having a flow in the morning. So I get up, don't get on social media, I have my quiet time, drink lemon water, have a smoothie, tune into my church's live stream worship, and just really spend the first hour or two just very focused on God. I try to be. I definitely don't check my phone the first hour, or try not to check my phone the first hour. I learned that I feel better when I don't get on social media until maybe 11 or 12. So just doing that, and then after that working out, and then eating lunch around 12, and then getting on social media around 11 or 12. So that has helped. I feel like I did that today, and that really helped my mind, because we're just getting information all day long from the news, if you watch the news, if not from social media, and you just need a reset. And I feel like mornings are really good to reset, and just to have a good flow, whether that's stretching, whatever works for you, drinking tea, having a quiet moment. I have to put my phone over here and plug it in back there, because my bed is right here and then my nightstand is up there. So if I leave my phone up here, I'm gonna wake up and automatically look at it because it's right there. I just know me. So even putting your phone in a different room or far away from you across the room, so that you would literally have to get up and get it, I feel like that would really help your morning. Um, and also for me, it's best for me to do work after lunch. Like after I've had a solid morning routine and worked out and then ate lunch, and like now my brain is like fresh to work, energy. I've worshipped, I've worked out, I've ate breakfast slash lunch. I don't like lunch, you guys. I have breakfast at 12, okay? More, that's another conversation. But I have learned that I'm really like around 1 o'clock, I'm fresh for the picking, honey. Like I'm just so energized, and I think that's okay. Like a lot of times we make schedules based off of what other people do. Well, I wake up at 4 a.m. and I knock out everything. Well, that is great for you, Susie. Sorry if anyone's named Susie's watching this, but that's not how I work. And if that's not how you work, don't look at Susie's Instagram. Like it's okay. Unless like you have to be up at that time. But I mean, if you're able to set your own schedule and you just need to have stuff done by a certain day, do it whenever you feel like you're most productive. Some people are really productive late at night. Some people are really productive early in the morning. Some people are really productive in the afternoon. I'm an afternoon girl. Like, I'm not a morning person. And I realize that I shouldn't force myself to be. So basically, I'll get up around 8, have quiet time. At 9 a.m., I'll tune into my church's live stream. At 10 to 10:30, 10ish, 10:30, I'll work out. Then I'll take a shower, cool down, eat lunch at 12, and then by 1, I'm ready to work. 12:31, I'm ready to just get to work. So that's me, and that's a rhythm, and it could change, you know what I mean? Also for me, nights are important too. It's really good, I think, to have an hour before bed where you're just like either reading, worshiping, or journaling. I know for me, I felt like the Lord was telling me to give him the beginning of my day and the end of my day. I dream a lot at night, sometimes have spiritual encounters at night, and I feel like it's important to just kind of rest my spirit like right before I go to sleep, because sometimes what you watch before you go to sleep makes its way into your dreams. Sometimes what you're reading on social media, the fear, the drama, like you don't need that swirling in your head late at night. I mean, and even though I love staying up, talking to friends, all those things, like I'm a social person, if I go to bed super late and my body naturally wakes up kind of early, I'm gonna be grouchy, I'm gonna be tired and sluggish. And so I think it's just important to set like certain flows, because your body needs some type of routine. It doesn't have to be rigid, but it's just taking care of yourself. And I know that people have been like, on one side they're like, be productive, walk out of this time with a business plan and a product, and you're just, it's just like, oh whoa, dang, it's only been a month. Help. I don't even know what I'm gonna eat tomorrow. I am struggling to think about even May, like how am I supposed to do that? And then some people are like, don't listen to them, just rest, binge Netflix all day if you need to, binge eat a carton of ice cream. And it's like, okay, I can't do that every day, or I'm gonna be as big as a house and dumb when I get out of the quarantine. So I think it's really important that you find a balance with the Holy Spirit. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and she was like, ask the Lord to help you align with what he wants you to get out of this time. We can look on social media, we can look at our friends, we can try to do and mimic somebody else, but honestly, like, what is God asking you to do? And for me, I feel like he's told me it's a daily thing. It's a daily surrender of, okay, God, what do you want me to do? Some days he might be like, April, chill. There's nothing I want you to do today. Other days he may tell me to pray for something specific or fast or whatever. I think I just have to be sensitive to what he wants, and his way of productivity doesn't look like the world. So I wouldn't too much focus on like what everyone else is saying, but what is God saying to you about what he wants you to do in this time. that's important. That's important. And I feel like, it just has to be a balance. There can't be so many days where you're like running on E, trying to get everything done. But on the other end, there also shouldn't be this laziness or this just unhealthy numbing. Because sometimes, we do need a good dessert. We do just need to plot back and watch a good Netflix movie. But like, if we do that every day, we are cheating ourselves out of really taking care of our mind, our body, our souls, and our emotions. And there just has to be a balance. Yeah, and don't compare yourself to people. And just watch your social media intake. Like, I had to tell myself that too, which is why I be putting my phone over here at around, I'm going to be around 10. Because it's just too much. You gotta turn it off. It's like an extra brain in your hand. You gotta turn it off and let your own thoughts come through. So yeah, I'm rhythming it up. I feel today. I feel just a lot better than I have in the past couple weeks because I feel like I know it works for me, and we can just go right on through, and I don't feel pressure to make it be something that it's not. And I feel like there's flexibility in it as well. So let me know how you're staying productive, how you're feeding your mind, your body, and soul. I feel like that's productive, and tell me if you have a schedule or if you don't have a schedule or if you're just out here, just hanging. I would love to know. I hope you guys have a great Tuesday. I will see you next week. Oh, that's awkward. It won't turn off.